Yo guys, Pinkward here, and today I'm going to be going over champion mastery and why Shaco is my key to climbing in high ranks. Along with this, at the end of the video, I'll be announcing my partnership that can help you take your gameplay to your dream rank. Many champions in League excel at doing one singular thing. Shaco, on the other hand, is a champion who isn't great at one thing, but is good at a ton of different things. Tank, support, AP, AD, bruiser, assassin, Shaco can do it all. And each playstyle changes up his gameplay drastically. Obviously, for my favorite is AP, your control mage who is distracting the enemy opponents while opening up room for your team to fight while you're scrambling the enemy backline. Or you're making movements to cut off escape routes and set up boxes where enemies might kite away towards from your team. In this video, I'm going to be showing you why my mastery over the champion has helped me understand the game state better, along with this using Shaco to take advantage of my enemies and their way of thinking. In most lanes, your early laning is your weakest. Some champions can even run you down in the first 2 minutes of the game. Boxes are fairly weak in the early game due to the wave pushing into you, low mana sustain in the early game, and low ability haste. I have recently been choosing to start Deceive, as playing for safety and allowing for the wave to shove into you can better lead into your first item. At the beginning of a laning phase, I choose to stack the enemy creeps to allow for the wave to shove into me. When the 3 melee creeps stack up, they will choose to target a singular enemy minion rather than dividing their damage equally upon your 3 melee minions.
Just a little bit closer.
In the early parts of a laning phase, don't be worried about missing a few creeps. When CSing on turret, you'll be taking harass as you need to backstab creeps for easier last hits. This means you need to be healthy to get majority of the minions. In many matchups, trading can be hard, especially since you don't have built-in sustain. All champions have cooldowns though, and a champion like Alawi has a ton of telegraph damage. Using this knowledge, you can go in for QE pokes when she goes to use her abilities on the wave. Once you're both level 3, make sure to drop a box when you're going in for your QE combo, as her E is her main damage source and the box can negate it. Seeing Alawi on such low mana, I decide that I can take a fight. She uses her W and I easily dodge the tentacle smacks with Deceive. This allows me to get backstab on her, and as I'm chasing her down, I'm making sure I'm standing behind creeps so that she can't get an easy E off, as the minions will block it. I finish her off for an easy 1v1 kill. The wave is in a pretty even state, and even if she's TPing back, I feel I have time to walk back to lane while the cannon is tanking the tower shots. I purchase a coal, as most lanes I want to be trying to be as efficient as I can be with the gold, as the enemy has a much easier time harassing me off CS. For most of the laning phase, I shove the wave in with either boxes or my ultimate and take back timings on major buys. Major buys including Lost Chapter, boots, or finishing an item. Your clone has a pretty low cooldown, which also reduces while it's out, so don't be afraid to use it to gain some extra CS during the laning phase. I would usually slow play here with my clone out, using it to clear next wave, then taking a recall. But I see my Tristana walking upriver to help fight. I continue to walk her down with the clone on top of myself, to try and force her to detonate it with any of the AoE damage she uses on me. This chunks her before my Trish shows up to finish the job. I'm able to finish my Blackfire Torch here. Blackfire Torch doesn't do as much damage as Leandri's, but it provides mana, CDR, and extra damage to creeps to better facilitate wave clear. This allows me to proxy waves and get a head start to teamfights when I need to be there. The rest of the laning phase allowing I trade back and forth. Now that I have Blackfire Torch, I'm able to better wave clear and keep her struggling to take my tower. When she walks up to get a demolish proc, I get a box behind her to damage her and keep her from running from the tower. When she misses her E, it's time for me to take a trade. And fortunately, with my high mobility and ultimate to dodge, I deny a lot of her damage, allowing for her to kill the clone and netting me a kill. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that boxes can attack turrets. When a cannon minion is taking turret shots, the tower will not retarget to a box. So, place a box and you'll get a ton of extra turret damage. And if you're really lucky with timing, you can get your ulti boxes to help too.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
The joke's on you!
A lot of people underestimate Shaco's ulti's damage. Over a long period of time, it can deal a ton, especially if there's only one target. Boxes do about 70% increased damage when they are attacking a singular target. So, with Alawi tanking a box solo, along with 3 ulti boxes, she's gonna end up taking a ton of damage, even if it doesn't feel like it in the beginning. It's your fault. Your flash ult.
That kinda is.
Quinge.
That kinda is because you weren't looking.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Sorry. I just wanted to show you there was a lady over
As the wave pushes into me, I place a box for vision outside of the wave's pathing. This gives me info on whether or not Alawi is going to be walking up with her wave. Seeing as she's still pushing with the wave, I set up more boxes in spots outside of the wave. I ulti to look to stall the wave so that it doesn't clump up and activate my box. She decides to initiate with the clone, thinking it's me, and when she realizes it's not me, she sees me come out of stealth and walk into the bush, and chases after me, walking into the previously placed box. As she's about to get feared, I place another box to chain another fear on her. As she's running away, I make sure to micro my clone in front of me so that she doesn't get the free E off. The box I placed for vision prior ends up working out for me and denies her escape. I slightly misjudged the fear length due to her having tenacity and Q a little bit late so she gets her E off. But I'm able to slow play the fight and end up getting the kill.
You have slain an enemy.
My team is looking to start a fight over Dragon. I'm so low from my previous fight with Alawi, but I have my ultimate and see a decent spot to teleport to. This is a major point where mastery over my champion comes into play. I ulti prior to teleporting as it will take 4 seconds off of my clone's detonator timer, giving me a better chance of using it as a proactive tool. I play away from the teamfight since I'm low HP, microing my clone and setting up boxes at advantageous points where the enemy might retreat to. The Ezreal is walking up from bottom wave, and I throw my clone at him and he ends up killing it. It chunks him to half HP from the explosion, boxes, and me walking up to E him. I Q away towards a spot that I feel like he would retreat to. I get a box placed down, allowing for it to arm before he's there. Unfortunately, he E's over the wall rather than walking into the bush. His E gives a vision of me, and he greeds after me, walking into the bush anyway, activating the box, and allowing for me to finish him off. With quick thinking, I was able to deny the Ezreal from ever joining the team fight, along with having a box that helped Tristana get a kill on Veigar. After recalling and coming back to lane, I think about making a play on the bot side of the map. Something I love to do is prepping my clone. As I previously mentioned, as the clone is out, the cooldown is reduced. Since the clone is out for 18 seconds, that means you have up to 18 extra seconds off of the cooldown when it explodes.
Your turret has been destroyed.
As I see Veigar and Zac on the bot side of the map, it's very unlikely that I'll get a kill if a fight lasts too long. But with two people on the bot side of the map, taking up their time so my teammates can get picks or objectives on the top side of the map is very useful. Here, I prep my clone waiting for it to get closer to its expiration timer to try and get it on top of the Veigar. It's too much HP, I think. I Q over the wall a little too early, exposing my clone and allowing for Veigar to get his cage down to deny the clone. I try to salvage the play by denying the next wave for pushing it and stalling them out for the team to get something else done on the opposite side of the map. As Thresh shows up, it turns into a 1v3 and I know I'm not getting out alive. I continue to waste their time, allowing for my team to get 2 picks on the top side and start and take the Baron. Even though my plan of clone bursting on the Veigar didn't work, I still made the best of the bad scenario that I put myself into. This. Oh, she's not gonna turn around for it, Smile. 35-second delay, yeah.
Shut down.
During late parts of the game, I'm looking to keep side waves pushed and the enemy jungle riddled with boxes so that it's hard for them to gank me. If the enemy is pushing into us, I'll stack boxes on turret and pre-prep clone when it's off cooldown so I'm able to clear waves when they're pushing into our turret. Yeah, but Cosmic's a bad item. Gives you HP, which you don't value. You actually do somewhat value the what's it called? The mana. There are times where your mana doesn't work. Or like unfortunately, my bot lane stops shoving in mid lane and comes bot after seeing me fighting with the enemy. Sometimes where you need mana. You value the CDR, you value the ability power, you value that it's at 300 gold cheaper than... This would have been a great chance for us to get a mid inhib, but my ADC really ends up dying to the enemy team. With Trist on top side of the map, nice, I don't want to leave lane just yet, and continue to poke and agitate the enemy to force them to fight me. I know it's not a winning 1v3, but I hope my Trist can get an inhib tower, or even an inhib if I'm lucky. My entire playstyle is opening up advantages for my teammates, hoping they know how to use them. It's one of the big reasons why I feel AP Shaco top doesn't work well in low ELOs. Most people in low ELO don't know how to take advantage of weaknesses. Cosmic Drive is just a bad item. Like, I don't really care about movement speed, don't care about movement speed, don't care about HP. If it gave 100 AP, I would buy it. But I just like 40 ability haste, mana, and AP for 2700 gold. And this can work on your ulti auto attacks. It's less likely, but
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
all of these skills of macro and champion mastery came with time put into the game and slowly collecting game knowledge. I started playing League very early and made my own path in playing a champion in a special way. But you don't need to do that. There are resources out there for you to use to get help in becoming a better player. And one of the best And who I'm partnering with today is Solo Q Solutions. Solo Q Solutions has a number of high-ranked coaches along with some previous pro players and world contenders who are looking to help you guys get better at the game. They threw together a guide for you guys for free to help you understand champion mastery and why one-tricking a champion or having a small champ pool is one of the key ways to help you rank up. There is more to come on the 14th with a hard launch of their services along with some free consultations that will help you guys improve even if you don't choose to go through with their full-on coaching services. Check out the free guide in the description below. Thanks to Solo Q Solutions for partnering up for this video, and stay tuned in the coming weeks for more cool stuff in collaboration with them. Much love, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.